Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, was the first of three movies I saw during the Thanksgiving weekend. The new Netflix movie is a sequel to Knives Out that came out in 2019. Glass Onion had a 1 week run in theaters before it starts streaming on Friday, December 23rd, 2022. For a limited release movie, making $15 million on 650 screens, it's quite amazing. Why did Glass Onion only run for 1 week in the theaters? The answer might surprise you. If you want to support my channel, check out the new merch store on cdreimer.myspud.com. The plot for Glass Onion was a bit too transparent. A billionaire invites his friends to his private island for a murder mystery dinner party. An unwelcome guest and the world's greatest detective tags along. When the murder takes place, the story rewinds to show how everyone arrived at that moment, and the world's greatest detective solved the murder.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a murder, and the killer is in plain sight. For at least one person, this is not a game.
We've seen this plot earlier this year with the remake of Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. A newlywed heiress invites her friends for a cruise on the Egyptian Nile. An unwelcome guest and the world's greatest detective tags along. When the murder takes place, the story rewinds to show how everyone arrived at that moment, and the world's greatest detective solved the murder.
The murderer is here, and will stay here.
Glass Onion had enough layers to make it a more interesting mystery than Death on the Nile. Miles Braun, played by Edward Norton, company scientist Lionel Toussaint, played by Leslie Odom Jr., politician Claire DeBella, played by Kathleen Hahn, fashion designer Birdie J., played by Kate Hudson, streamer Dirk Cody, played by Dave Banty Shaw, former business partner Andy Brand, played by Janelle Monroe. Lionel, Claire, Birdie, and Duke owe their success to Miles. They all lied in court against Andy when she tried to take the company away from him during a business dispute. No one expected her to show up for the trip. Each one has a reason to see him dead. The other guest is the world's greatest detective, Beyond Blanc, played by Daniel Craig, whom Miles didn't invite but doesn't ask to leave. Who wouldn't want the world's greatest detective at the murder mystery dinner party? Miles regrets that mistake when Beyond solved the murder mystery before dinner got served. That left everyone drinking and talking after dinner. Someone drops dead from their drink, the power goes out, a gun goes missing, and another murder takes place. The rewind for Glass Onion was more enjoyable than the rewind for Death on the Nile. Why did Netflix show Glass Onion for only 1 week in the theaters? A 1 week run in the theaters qualifies the streaming movie for the Oscar nominations. Oscar nomination and wins are worth their weight in bragging rights for a streaming service. I'm not sure how successful that strategy will be for Netflix. Knives Out got nominated for Best Original Screenplay and snubbed for everything else. Glass Onion could get nominated for Best Original Screenplay and snubbed for everything else. Daniel Craig, however, is a nominee contender for Best Actor for his role in Glass Onion. The 2022 Oscar nominations will be announced on Tuesday, January 24, 2023. If Glass Onion had a traditional release in theaters, it could have made $60 million to $200 million. If you're a fan of Knives Out or Death on the Nile, Glass Onion is a very enjoyable mystery movie. Comes out on Netflix starting Friday, December 23, 2022. That's it for today's show. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.